But the anime made General Blue a pedo, and I don't like that.
And so, as the timeline moved on, we got GT like on Nicktoons because, that would come in and it was still the same dub from, back in the, so I don't know
Which
why
is
they didn't have
horrible.
Dragon Ball on there. But do you remember episode 60 of GT? Because there's one thing when I went to go see this in Japanese that actually changed. And I made a video about this. But this is why it pisses me off when people say, oh, Vegeta didn't get any development in GT. Remember in episode 60, right before they were about to fuse, when, Goku's chuckling, like he's laughing, and Vegeta goes, oh, why are you laughing? And then in the Japanese dub, Goku says, oh, because you were the one to recommend fusing. And then in the English dub, they changed it to, Vegeta asks, he's like, oh, why are you laughing? And then Goku's like, oh, look at our sons. They're fighting together. Word for word. I'm not changing anything. He says that line to Vegeta. He says that crap.
Bro, not just that. I didn't know this until a couple years ago. I never watched this shit dubbed. In Fusion Reborn, in the Japanese version, Vegeta's like, Kakarot, I'm never fusing with you again. And in the English one, he's like, we should do that again sometime. And Goku's like, anytime you want, Vegeta. Completely fucking the opposite, bro. The opposite.
Yeah, and so like with this leap from Kai to GT, like SS3 just comes out of nowhere. You're watching the movies and then you see Goku with SS3 against Baby. It's like, what the fuck happened here?
You Super Saiyan 3 was in the Buu saga, and if you were watching Kai and then GT, you have no idea where that came from.
And the confusion didn't stop there, because I remember, when my brother first saw Videl, because he saw the second Broly movie before me, he was like, oh, did you see Videl? You know about this new character Videl? I'm like, no. Like, Gohan, that's Gohan's kid, Goten. Like, he had a kid with her. I'm like, wait, what's going on? So when I watched the movie for the first time, like, this is why this movie's so, I guess you could say, nostalgic. Because Gohan, I thought Videl and Gohan had Goten, when in reality they had Pan later on, but I realized that later on, but it was just so hard, I'm just like thinking, like, what's going on? Like, why, who is this kid and why is he here? Like, and I know you hate that movie, but that's just something that I grew up with, not having the Buu arc.
I hate that movie, but you're right. There is, if that's your first love, then or one of the first ones.
And then there's one other story I got, from my childhood when GT was getting to like its zenith, like its high point. I remember me and my brother were watching GT, right? And this is back in the day. We're watching it, and Goku, this is right before he got SS4. So he's fighting against Baby, and literally episode 34, the last episode right before he transforms, we saw the preview and everything. We lose cable. Right? Because we didn't have, like, there was bouts, in my life where we didn't have cable. And this was one of those where, by this point, like, for this one, episode 34, we're watching it, and then Viacom comes in and takes the cable. And that really pissed us off. You know what I'm saying?
But couldn't you go online, though, and watch it there? Because it had to have been online by then.
Like, we could have, but there were episodes on the internet, but they were hard to find. Plus, we really wanted to see it on TV as it aired.
Yeah. But by then, I was already making my own DVDs and shit, bro. Like, I was burning shit to it. Like, I'm just saying that's what I was doing. You could have done that, too.
Yeah, we were young, so we didn't have any money for that, but...
Right. Well, how old were you? 8 or 9?
Yeah, like
right around there?
GT started coming on, like, 2011, 2012. I was 9 at that point, so, yeah.
Okay. No, you would have been younger, yeah. I just figured you would just go online to look it up, but that makes sense.
Brand new podcast coming on the 24th of December. That's right, Christmas Eve. The 5 Generations of Dragon Ball with Geekdom 101. You don't want to miss it.